covering Emo Kids. Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we are joined by, I believe, our first metalcore band ever, Lift the Curse. John and Ryan, excellent two dudes. I've never gotten to talk about Breaking Benjamin so much in my life, unless you're talking about the episode that we did on Buttrock. So it has been phenomenal talking with these guys. A lot of great information just about their music, and they're insane. They've been together for what, maybe 3 years, and they've put out 4 albums.
Pretty prolific.
Yeah.
I had to double check when they said the years on that. I was like, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, exactly. 3 years.
On their 5th album.
Insane.
I gotta say, they are the first metalcore band on this show, and they shattered the glass ceiling here. They did. They opened the door. If you're a metalcore band watching this,
come on.
Well, I was gonna say no. We're still gonna be pretty. We don't want you to think you can just come on. It's still pretty exclusive here. We don't just take anybody.
True.
But these guys were fucking great. John had me cracking up the entire time.
Yeah.
The story about the redneck rain machine they did, like one of the more inventive. Maybe I just got soft city boy hands, but I was blown away by that shit. He does. They're dancer hands. But Lift the Curse is cool as hell. But before we let you hear that interview, do us a favor, toss us a follow, toss us a like, subscribe to this program. Go head over to neverphasenetwork.com. You'll see articles from Amanda, articles from myself, cool content from us, and a litany of our best pals on the internet and IRL. And not only that, you can also buy blouses over there. We got a grip of blouses. There's 3, 4. There's more coming. You know, I have one. I ate too much Tylenol, and now I listen to what was I can't remember. It's like I ate too much Tylenol. Now I'm listening to the Emo Kids Anonymous.
Yeah,
podcast. I really tried it. It was something like, I don't know. We got a lot of blouses. Some won't. Go ahead and wear it. I'm trying to not make them too embarrassing to wear, because as a wrestling fan, sometimes you like something and you never want to wear the shirt of it because it'll make you look like a fucking dork.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that to you. So we only have stylish stuff. You know, we collaborate on the side. Ghost collaborations. You know, you'll never see any credit, but you know, with the heavyweights of today, the Calvins, the Ralphs, the Balencis, the Giorgios. You know.
Yeah, the big ones.
We've done a lot of closet collaborations. But they keep it on the low, but you'll see our blouses are made with some of the best material, look great. So yeah, go check those out. Got a lot of cool interviews and stuff coming up here. But yeah, this is a great conversation with Lift the Curse. I think you guys are gonna like it a lot, and I think you're gonna like them a lot. So bon appetit. And just chilling. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. I had to bring in an intern to help me fix it. If I don't have an intern, so I had to do it myself, and it was a fuck situation.
Rob the intern.
I was waiting. I was fucking waiting here for 30, 40 minutes. Nothing happened. I don't know. I'm really sorry, guys.
Man. No, you're good.
We have an intern. They're unpaid. We don't have any paid interns. That's for damn sure.
You didn't get yours? Yeah, they sent your intern in a Wayfair package.
That's why they don't come.
Yep.
I'm gonna click up.
Wonderful. I love it so much. Well, Ryan, John, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Lift the Curse. You guys probably be the first metalcore band.
You are the first metalcore band
that we've
in the
had
history
on
of
here.
Emo Kids Anonymous, for sure.
I am so pumped,
sure.
you have no idea.
She was this morning. She's like, I'm like, yeah, they're a metalcore band. She's like, I'm fucking break this and that. And I was like, Amanda, this is more your specialty here. I'm the bubblegum boy here. She's got a little more of that dog in her than I do.
Well, we're honored. We're honored.
We are honored. And we love it all, though. To be totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Big.
Awesome.
Yeah. Big moment. You guys are.
Yes.
This
Jackie Robinson of Emo Kids Anonymous.
Pop in our chair.
Rob, I'm a Giants fan, but that's a sick Padres hat.
Thank you.
We're talking about San Diego right before you jumped on, or Amanda mentioned that you're from there.
You guys are from San Diego?
No, I'm from Livermore, Northern California, East Bay.
Okay.
But I've been in Austin for 12 years. So
okay.
Yeah, but saw the hat immediately, and that's a very cool Padres hat.
Yeah, this is actually the Tom DeLonge. They did like a collab. It's got like the
Yeah,
loop and the
that's
Tom
cool.
thing.
That's even cooler.
Yeah, they got me for like an extra $20 because of that shit. But like,
Worth it.
I already everything else I wear is basically this shade of pink. I was like, well, I guess I have to fucking have it.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while you
Love
wear it, you look more and more like Tom DeLonge every day. It's kind of
This is
freaking
just
me
how
out.
people from San Diego look. You're doing you're doing racism against me, man. It's just kind of how we all look.
Oh my God. All right. Well, Ryan and John, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Lift the Curse, your roles in the band, and kind of give us like an origin story of where you guys came from and how you formed and everything like that.
Ryan, you want to take it first?
Yeah, I'll take it. So John and I, we've been good musical buddies for, golly, going on, what, 13 years, 12 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Dang.
Yeah. Anyways, we met back in the day through a mutual friend who was looking for musicians to be in his band. And right away, John and I just got along together. It wasn't long before we were like hanging out with each other, writing music and things like that. We were in another band for about 5 or 6 years called Trine, and just decided, that we were good as a duo. So we were like, let's do this duo thing for real. So that's how Lift the Curse became a band about 3 years ago now. So, but yeah, I sing and I play guitar in the studio. I also do drums.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
And I'm John. I also do guitar, bass in the studio, and some backing vocals in the studio. And we do have a drummer play with us live too. So it's not just a
Awesome.
2-man
Yeah.
show on the stage. There's
Yeah.
3,
And you don't do like the drum,
which we could.
You're not the
You
Toilet
could have,
Pilots,
yeah.
Yeah, nothing against that, but no, we do have a
Yeah.
human drummer that plays with us.
His
Yeah.
name's Kyle, right? It's Kyle? Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Kyle
Where's-
Vanderhoot.
Where's the third member of this throuple? So there was someone else trying to set up a band, and you two came along, and you met through this, and then you formed this
What
band.
happened to that guy?
Was this kind of almost like a clandestine affair for a minute, kind of thing, where you're kind of like on the low, getting each other's numbers, or did the other guy kind of leave on his own other reasons?
I mean, you called us out, man. Yeah,
That sounds like a,
absolutely.
that's
was
a
like,
good
yeah, this
math
is kinda like a-
equation.
a poly sitch, bro.
No, to be fair, we were in a few different bands with the third member. He's a good friend of ours still. His name's Deuce.
Yeah, he's a great
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Yeah,
Great
so
guy.
we're all
Okay.
good. I
No
texted him
bad
happy birthday a
blood,
couple days
okay.
ago. No. We're all good. And then we were in Trine for Ryan. I think it was close to 8 years. It was a lot. It was a long time. But
Yeah.
Lift the Curse. We spun off 3 years ago. Now, so Ryan and I, we've always lived about 90 minutes from each other. So even before COVID, we used to write and record remotely. So when COVID happened,
Wow.
we just got a lot busier, and we're like, oh fuck, we're used to this. So we
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say you're
Yeah.
ahead of the ball almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
would just happen naturally. And so Lift the Curse again, April 2022 is when we started it. We're working on our 5th album now, so we
I was
released
gonna
a
say,
shit ton of
Jesus
music.
Christ.
Yeah, you had like 2 come out in 2023, right? Like 2 albums come out in 2023?
Yeah, and the way
Yeah.
we do it, we do the singles thing usually. So we'll do. I mean, the first couple was literally like 12 singles, and we just put them into an album because we're like, man, we're gonna be a new band for a long time, so we wanted to make it easier for people to sort through all of our music. So kind of started that way. And the last few we've done more traditional albums where we do like 5 or 6 singles, and then the rest are net new on the album. So
Excellent.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's I mean, you guys have to be really busy. Now, have you been able to tour or start doing some shows with your
Yeah, so primarily we play in Austin, which is where I live. There's a
Yeah.
really cool venue. Have either of y'all been to Austin before?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
it's a really fun place.
on
Sounds
my bucket
dope,
list.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously there's a couple big festivals. Everyone's heard of South by Southwest, which is a
Yes.
just crazy festival.
And
Not
Austin
traditional
Salem
festival
is-
at all.
yeah.
Yep. ACL actually the first weekend just happened. Weekend 2's next weekend. But
Mhm.
anyways, tons of awesome venues here. There's one that we play every few months called Come and Take It Live. I think it's
Okay.
the cap is like I think it's like 800 maybe.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, we open for a lot of national bands when they come through. So actually, have you guys ever heard of Funeral Portrait? I'm actually wearing their
Yeah.
shirt right now.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we have. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was one of our favorite shows we've gotten to do.
Oh, that's awesome.
Incredible band.
And such nice guys too. But we
Oh, yeah.
check out this show. I'm curious if you guys know some of the other names. But we were the opener. Then Melrose Avenue, a bunch of hunky
Yes,
Australians.
Yep. I know who
There's an
Melrose Avenue
Australian
is, yes.
band named Melrose
Yeah.
Avenue.
There is,
Dude.
yeah.
Check
That's
it. They're
so
really
silly.
good. They're really
They
good.
are really good. Yes.
and all of them are extremely good-looking Australian dudes.
Yeah, they got a lot of hot dudes.
All Australians are good looking. It's like a sin. I don't even understand it.
Their music's kick-ass. They were really nice guys too. So we played right before them. We're like, dang, why are so many people here already? And that was why.
Yeah. So people are really digging on our shit.
We reaped the benefits of that show for sure. And then Funeral Portrait was right after them, and they were phenomenal. Like live, they're one of the best live bands I've ever seen. And also really nice guys. And then The Word Alive, if you guys have heard of them, they were the headliner.
Damn.
Gotcha.
But we try and open on shows like that pretty often. And ironically, our most recent, a few weeks ago, we got asked to do an acoustic set, which was our first for us in this band, which is super fun. Actually pretty relevant for this show. You guys are Emo Anonymous. We opened for May and the Spill Canvas.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was awesome.
It was amazing.
And that was the biggest show we've done.
There were so many people there.
Yeah, it was just ironic.
I didn't think May had shooters like that, but I've seen a lot. Like, people loved May.
It is crazy. But them together, both doing their 20th anniversary of their most famous albums, was phenomenal. So that was our few weeks back here in Austin.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, anyways, to answer your question, Amanda, we play in Austin mostly, but we're branching out. We did a little Texas tour back in May when our most recent album came out. So, good thing for us, we're like 3 hours from Dallas, 3 hours from Houston, hour and a half from San Antonio. So a lot of stuff within driving distance, which is nice.
That is really nice. So what do you guys do when you're live, getting the crowd, pumped up? Obviously when you're going, especially when you're opening for other bands, they may not know who you are or may not know your music. So what do you try to do to try to get them to like start just getting excited and getting interested in your band? Like what do you guys do on stage? Do you have any antics or anything that you do?
Yeah, Ryan.
I love that.
That's a great question.
I mean, obviously, other than just try to play our music to the best of our ability and let people decide if they like us or not. I think John and I and Kyle, we're up there to have like a good time, have fun. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, we're serious about our music, but at the same time, like John always says this line. He always says, "Hey, Ryan, we get to do this." Like we're privileged to do this. So when we're up on stage, it's like, even if there's a couple of mishaps or technical whatevers, it's like, hey, we're up here doing our thing and, try to have that energy of, smiling, laughing, having fun, joking around, things like that. And a lot of times the crowd, afterwards will come up and just be like, you guys were awesome live. You sound great, but you're also fun. So we try to bring a fun level to it.
Kyle takes his shirt off usually, like 2-3 songs in. Our drummer takes his shirt off.
Yeah,
that's a drummer thing. That's what drummers do.
Oh yeah,
he's pretty chiseled. Yeah, he's doing good. And then I have a really bad habit of giving away shirts. I need to work on selling things, but actually, I'll send you guys shirts. I would be honored to.
That's awesome.
I gotta work on not giving these away, but I will give you 2 shirts. I'll wear them.
Yeah.
I'll wear the crap out of that. That's awesome. Yes. I love band tees. I think my whole closet over here is just all band tees. It's very embarrassing.
I'm slicing the sleeves off mine and turn it into a cami though.
That's what he does.
Hell yeah!
Gotta let these fucking pipes breathe.
Let's go. I do the same thing. This was a real shirt at first.
Yeah, right. It's
oh my god,
cooler that way.
Oh, that's crazy. Did you guys notice any differences between like the fans that you're playing for, like at a Spill Canvas May like show versus the like Funeral Portrait show? Like, is there a difference? Like, did you notice a difference between the fans? There's a lot of talk about etiquette at concerts and stuff these days. Do you notice anything different between the two different genres? Because obviously they're different enough. Yeah.
Right. I don't think so. I mean, the Spill Canvas thing, it was a little weird for us. We'd never played acoustically before in this with these songs.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, that was a challenge for us because it was like, we're trying to like garner these new fans with something that is kind of a little untested for us.
Yeah.
But no, as far as like show etiquette, everybody seemed super chill, awesome, very receptive. And yeah, if an acoustic mosh pit would have happened, I feel like people would have been picking people up off the ground just like they do at a metal show.
Yeah. I was gonna say, go ahead, Rob.
I was gonna say, I feel like there is the 2000s emo kid to metalcore pipeline. I feel like it might like from the 2000s, I'd say like 40 to 60% of kids went into the metalcore lane. So I feel like there's more correlation at those. And yeah, like it's acoustic, but like the same kids would have been doing the same thing at the May non-acoustic show, just like a little more movement. But like, yeah, I feel like the fan base, like it's a strong crossover, I think.
I totally agree. And both of those bands, they played full band. Like they just wanted specifically an acoustic opener. Oh, like they were loud and rocking. Like it was.
I figured,
I wonder why.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Elevated Hot Topic acoustic show.
Yeah, I wonder why they wanted an acoustic opener.
Actually, what was really sick, we were there after we got to load in and do a quick sound check. Their VIP, both of them, they did an acoustic song for the people that paid for a VIP in the venue. It was really cool, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was rad. Cool. But I don't know, our style, and it was cool to hear you guys say that you think we're metalcore. Like I always love to hear what people think we are, because when people ask, I'm like, like we're somewhere between rock and metal.
We don't know,
Like I would rather someone else label us. So appreciate that. But because of kind of we land in between, like we play with some pretty heavy bands too. Like I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Browning or Upon a Burning Body. We're playing with them in December.
Yes.
So like
sick.
And we still can play those shows, which is super fun. And then our next one is opening for a Skylit Drive, if you guys remember them.
Yeah, that's very
awesome.
So anyways, we kind of can go
hardcore.
Either way,
yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, in terms of your music, where do you guys classify? How do you classify yourselves? And when you're telling people this is who we are, what bands do you liken yourselves to tell people like this is what we are? Yeah.
It's funny. I had to fill this out yesterday for something I was submitting for. So I usually change my answer every time, but I think this time I gave, what did I do? I usually throw Breaking Benjamin in there. I think I threw Bullet for My Valentine this time, 3 Days Grace, Shine Down, and there's one other one. But Ryan, feel free to throw any out there, but it just kind of depends on who I'm talking to, I guess, if that makes sense.
Like if somebody's like, oh, you guys sound like a little bit like Kill Switch meets Breaking Benjamin, I'm like, okay, well, mission accomplished, I guess. I don't think we definitely don't like sit there and like write songs and go, okay, let's do a Kill Switchy song or let's do a whatever song, but it runs in your veins. A little bit of that influence is going to come out. You know what I mean? So yeah, Kill Switch, Breaking Benjamin, Linkin Park. I've heard the Chester thing, over the years too about my vocals. Bands like that. But then I don't know. It's a tough one.
Depends on the song too. Ironically, I just uploaded our next single, which will be out October 24th. We just shot a video for it last week. It's called Dark Angel, but this one definitely leans more on the rocky side. But we've got a song y'all should check out called Behind Closed Doors that I'd be curious your opinion on that one. But to me, that one's definitely more alternative rock, like leaning kind of. Okay. Yeah, but then we have some songs that have, a lot more screaming. But I usually tell people it's the ear of the beholder. Like if you listen to metal, then you probably think we're a rock band. But if you listen to rock, then you probably think we might be more of a metal band.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I could see it go both
like
ways. Yeah. Well, because when I was listening to your music, I did hear a lot of Breaking Benjamin. They're one of my favorite bands. Rob has never listened to them. We did.
I literally never heard. I was gonna say you guys are so much better than Breaking Benjamin. I never fucking heard Breaking Benjamin. We did an episode last week, and we were like ranking like top 10. Yeah. Oh yeah, comes out. Yeah. Well, I mean,
wait, is this the one about divorced dad rock, Rob?
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you about this.
I've been posting clips. I've been posting clips about it because, and it's just like I don't know. I think I got into like punk and emo right at the sweet spot, like right after new metal, and just was like so averse to like. I enjoy some of the Creed songs and shit like that.
Oh, dude, you were wearing the. I have that shirt you were wearing.
Right? Yeah, the halftime show one. Yeah,
I saw them last year whenever they came to Austin.
Creed. But at the time, I hated it. You know what I mean? Like blah blah blah, and it's like I never heard Breaking Benjamin until Amanda's like, "This is my number one." I went and listened. I was like, "I've never heard this song in my fucking life. What rock was I under?"
Yeah,
right.
You mentioned Shinedown as well. That's another one. Like I did this post on TikTok a year ago. That's like, what's the biggest band of the last 30 years? I was saying it's it's Blink, Foo Fighters, and everyone's like legit, like 100+ comments. Like Shinedown, they've had 19 number one singles, and I was like,
interesting, yeah.
I was like, fucking, what world are like really? Well, I didn't, and I was like, I only know like 2 or 3. Like I had, but they did like these songs, like the number one radio songs, nonstop. I was like, bro, I'm just under a rock sometimes. Fuck.
We were talking about Shinedown like 2 days ago, and they're fascinating to me because they kind of had like 2 like I found them when they kind of first came out. Like this song called "Fly from the Inside." It was on this baseball video game I used to play, MVP Baseball 2003.
Yes.
Yeah.
That song was like on the startup menu
music
or
back
some
in the
shit.
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me with the MVP
Yeah, dude.
baseball. Fuck.
I'm almost positive it was 03. I think I've looked it up in the last couple of years. I'm pretty sure it was 2003. But "Fly from the Inside," and then they did a really good cover of Leonard Skinner's "Simple Man."
The Simple Man one, yeah.
But
Yes,
that was like the start, and they got like they could have lived probably pretty well off of those. But then they had this second spike with the song "Second Chance" that got way bigger than anything they ever did, and got like more like the pop crowd kind of. And then they've just like went like this since then. So it's a really fascinating like case study.
Yeah, I thought they were like a hard rock band because I knew them.
Yeah.
No, I now that you say that, like, is that Randy Johnson's on the cover of that one?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I
Him
knew
or
them
Manuel
because
Ramirez or something. It's that era.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's that. Yeah, someone on Juice or a pitcher. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
I heard Shinedown because they had the theme song for WrestleMania one year.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I got
Yep.
that saved me was WrestleMania 22.
Yes,
I went and
dude.
watched that shit in movie theaters with the homies.
Oh, Save Me was great too.
Yeah, that song rips, and that's all I knew. And then Second Chance came out. I'm like, is this like the Frey band or something? I was like interesting. Like,
yeah. But yeah, love that freaking band. So good.
Yeah, we have had more talk about Shinedown on this podcast than I ever thought we were going to.
There's an awful lot of Shinedown and dozens presidential candidates.
I have a story about Shinedown and a situationship that we have talked about on this podcast.
Yeah.
So guys just like to play Shinedown for me on the acoustic guitar. What can I say?
Have you guys ever done that? Have you guys ever played any Shinedown songs for girls or anything like that?
Yeah.
Not for girls specifically. Ryan did a vocal cover of Second Chance like a couple years ago, I think.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
It was just for a real.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest,
It's just a normal song for guys and girls. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
For
It's just
whoever
music.
happened to consume it.
Okay.
Yes.
Who else do you guys lump into the divorced dad rock category? We probably like all these bands. I'm just genuinely curious. Like who else is in there?
I have a whole list.
You said
I had to
Papa
do my
Roach.
top
I didn't
10.
agree with Papa Roach. I see Papa
Okay.
Roach as
I
a new
still
metal
think they are.
band.
I think they started new metal, but then
Yes.
they're a band that people don't really know. They never went away.
No,
Like,
they
just kept
stayed.
releasing
they-
albums.
Bro, they
Yeah.
play.
And they're doing great now, but like
They play
they've
arenas.
Yeah.
Arenas. Like,
Yeah.
It's
But
wild.
Amanda, who else do you have? in there?
Okay. Oh yeah. I should pull up my notes.
And I
Okay.
want to spoil your other episode, but just a handful of them. would
Oh
be
yeah.
great.
Oh, you're good.
You're
You're
good.
good.
It's
People
coming
like
after. They'll be-
okay,
yeah.
Hinder, Slipknot,
Okay.
Trapped.
We knew Hinder would
Obviously,
be on there.
Breaking Benjamin, Buck Cherry is one of them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Crazy Bitch.
Yeah.
Yep, crazy bitch.
Let's see. I can't help myself. Oh,
song.
Darkest Days, my Darkest Days, because I made
Oh, yeah.
made Rob listen to Porn Star Dancing. He had
Porn
no
Star.
idea what that
Hey, my favorite
oh
guitar
yeah,
player
oh yeah.
guessed in that, I think. Ryan, did you know Zach
Oh,
Wild
really?
plays on Porn Star Dancing? I think. I need to fact check this.
Zach Wild was doing the rounds back then. He was
Yeah,
collecting
one of
a lot of checks.
weirdest
back in the day.
cameos,
He
but-
was like the Travis Barker of guitar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. Okay, that's a good one
Yeah.
though. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Like Saliva, Puddle of
Oh, yeah.
Mud, Stained. A lot
Okay.
of people
Yeah,
do
yeah.
lump in like new metal, like Korn. Some
Okay.
Limp Bizkit. So people lump that stuff into divorced dad rock now. I think just because of the age,
Okay.
right?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Look, Rob, I saw a divorced dad rock playlist that had Fall Out Boy on it. So I was like, I guess it doesn't matter. If you are a man who listened to some type of rock music in the 2000s, it's going to get on that.
Speaking, if
at
you're a
that
man
list.
over the age of 30, yeah, there's a good chance you have been. Well, I mean, you guys got any divorces under your belt? I have zero. We might
No.
actually be fucking trenching.
Zero divorces,
never
no.
mind.
Yeah, no. We just listen to all these bands anyway.
So we're just all being
Yeah.
posers right now, huh? Yeah.
So is Black Parade would that be considered divorced dad rock?
But
Wait,
at this
Because
point, I
that
would.
was like what
Under
2000
the definition, I
six,
guess.
seven?
But
2006, yeah.
that might
Uh,
piss some people off, but
I
think
feel
by
like my-
definition
Every
I
joke
have
I want
seen
to make is with
MCR.
Dara
I have
Show
seen
canceled.
MCR on divorced dad rock playlist. If you ask an MCR fan, no, they are
yeah,
emo.
I
and
was
they
gonna
are
say.
they're the kings of emo. Though Rob and
Yeah.
I would disagree with that because of our history of emo. But yes, I could see them falling in that category, especially the older we get. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's fair.
MCR is definitely a butt rock band.
They're
Clip. We're just keeping clip. I had to put a marker for myself.
I love it.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I do have to say, one of the bands we mentioned, one of the best shows I've seen in recent history, or maybe ever, Limp Bizkit. was incredible.
Yeah.
I saw them open for Metallica at the Niner Stadium in June.
Damn.
It was fucking incredible. Like everybody was singing every single word. It was, I think, the all original lineup, and like they were just pumped to be there. It was a really good time. So
I love
Fred
it.
Durst,
if you ever get a chance, it was sick.
Yeah, most underappreciated, like a disrespect, like genius frontman. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
they were humble too.
He really is.
They were teasing Metallica songs in between every song. Like it was really cool.
Sick. Speaking of Limp Bizkit and Metallica, because my first band besides Blink was Limp Bizkit. I love Limp Bizkit. I mean,
Me too,
I'm literally wearing for Fred.
Yeah,
for Fred. We'll flip the cap back. Yeah. And obviously Metallica, if you're more of a metal kid, that's people's first band. What was the band that got you guys not only into music, but like picking up an instrument actually a few years later?
Metallica and Ozzy were my gateways into like everything. Because Zakk Wylde's my favorite. But Metallica and Ozzy got me into kind of everything else. But first, like favorite bands, I'm a huge Korn. I think I bought Follow the Leader was like the first CD I ever bought. So always loved Korn. Limp Bizkit was right after. And then I'm a big Offspring fan actually. Freaking love Ixnay on the Hombre, Americana.
Such a Bay Area thing of you.
I know. I'm showing my true colors, but freaking love. The Offspring was a big one early on, but for actual playing an instrument, probably Metallica. Like easy answer, but probably was.
Yeah, I would say Metallica. That's an easy segue into the world. Fuel was huge with me.
Yes.
That got me to like, kind of want to like write songs. I heard their songs and I was just like, I want to do that. I want to do that stuff. So they were huge.
And I know I can't remember which one of you said it. I had seen an interview where you talked about like Gerard Way and then Ben from Breaking Benjamin being like just the way they write songs being an inspiration. Are those people that lend to your like lyricism and how you approach the writing of songs, or do you have other influences?
Yes. So not so much. So Benjamin Burnley from Breaking Benjamin, more of his like melodic style. I find like that's what I'm kind of like attracted to. But yeah, Gerard Way, his vocabulary, the words he chooses to put in songs, I'm just like, that's another thing that just like, you can probably ask John this too. Like, whenever I'm writing lyrics, I'll just be like, how can I make this word sound cool in this song? And we've done, if you go down a Lift the Curse, like listen, you'll probably hear some like words that are like, did he really just say that? It's just, but yeah, that definitely comes from Gerard for sure. Cause he uses so many cool words in my opinion.
In the writing process, Ryan has definitely mentioned Gerard by name multiple times over the years. It's Gerard, this one a little bit more.
I love it. And so, speaking of the writing process, so Ryan, are you the primary lyricist then, or is it a combination of the two? What does that writing process look like for Lift the Curse?
Definitely, I would say primary, yes, but John helps out a bunch too, because certain words or certain like phrases won't flow. Like we're working on a song right now and he was just like, hey, maybe let's try to cut a few words out of this part, and he's, oh my gosh, he wrote some lyrics to one of our songs from our last album. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name because
we have a song called Save Me as well. I know we were talking about Shine Down, but we have a song called Save Me as well.
But yeah, so John's written lyrics before too, so but yeah.
Yeah, usually sometimes, we, again, like I said before, we trade files back and forth. We use the same recording software and just share over Google Drive. But sometimes I'll name an initial idea something, and sometimes that idea will stick or heavily inspire whatever Ryan ends up writing about. But Ryan is definitely the primary lyricist. But we, in terms of music, we just pass that shit back and forth like hot potato. Yep. It's a lot of fun.
Potato.
When writing the songs, like I think one of my, I'd say qualms / misconceptions of anything metal leaning or anything super, like anything heavier than fucking like, the 6 out of 10 bass line. A lot of times I feel like the songs are written like, there was that era where it was like you had to force a breakdown in there. It was really like you had to hit the chug chug, or like you had to do the solo or this or that, as opposed to like the craft of like writing a good song or a hook or this or that. But I don't really feel that with you guys when I listen to you. And I feel like that probably comes from a lot more of like the radio rock influences like that, because those bands did as well. But like, you know what I'm talking about, where like the Warped Tour era, but just like everything came down.
Here it comes.
Yep. A day to remember. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. You know it's coming.
It felt, like open that fucking pit up. It felt gimmicky to me as like a guy that wasn't as into it. But like,
Yeah.
When you guys are writing songs, how much are you putting into the thought of like this is all about the song, and how much are you ever putting thought into it of like, well, we need something that rips live too?
Ooh. Phenomenal. You guys are awesome, by the way. I don't know how long y'all been doing
these
this, but
are
you guys fucking rock.
fantastic questions.
Thank you. Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I don't. John, go ahead.
First. Okay, I'll hit it quick. We ironically, even from the beginning of Lift the Curse, have always said like, hey, not every song needs a guitar solo. Most of them do have one, but like we didn't mean to do that. It just kind of like happens. We have a lot of lead guitar stuff throughout, but even when we do, we usually have more like short bursts that we think fit the song more than like this arbitrary. Here's this freaking minute-long solo section. Like, we don't do it like that. But to your point about the live, like sometimes we'll be like, hey, let's write a song that could rip live, but it's not necessarily just like we have to have this breakdown in solo to make sure, you know what I mean? So I think we favor on the side of the song for sure. Right? Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, there's definitely thoughts during the writing process of like, like a middle section, we'll be writing like a bridge. Like let's say we already have an intro, verse, chorus, and then okay, it's time for bridge. That's usually where the question marks come up because verse, chorus, intro, that's basically okay. That was the spark of the song, but how do you like finish? How do you finish that out? And so but usually once we do get to the bridge, it is okay. Are we turning more towards? Are we building up for like a big vocal part? Are we going to get a little heavy and do something like nasty, or are we going to maybe do a combo of both? It's, but we definitely go for more of the flow of a song rather than, purposely like, hey, let's do a crazy breakdown right here because people live are going to be like, oh, yeah.
And this is so timely right now, y'all. Like we're right in the middle of album 5. Like we each have a song right now. We're about to trade back and forth. So we're like having these conversations every day, all day.
Every day.
Oh,
so
that's
we
great.
love this process so much.
Well, here's hoping Rob and I can influence something.
Right. Yeah. That's Toby said you can earlier like that. Like like a couple years ago when you was mainly like a collection of singles and you're doing more of the single thing. Like I've noticed like over the last 10 years or so, a lot of alternative music has moved in that direction, like following the pop trend there of like single bass, that, like, but not as much love towards the album. Like, are you album guys at heart? And this is just kind of, you have to play that fucking game kind of thing, or do you prefer it with the single way because it's easier to maintain that movement and that?
Oh, it's both. We are definitely album guys. Like
love albums
wholeheartedly, but at the same time, I think it's maybe a little bit of playing the game, but also we get so excited about writing a new song.
Yeah.
We're okay with letting it out into the wild because we're like, we want people to hear this now rather than like wait 9 months and then, but we are starting to like, pull back on the reins a little bit and kind of like put a governor on ourselves a little bit of, maybe spreading out the releases a little bit more and saving more, doing fewer singles and then saving more for like, hey, if you want to listen to the rest, it's going to be on the album.
Yeah, I think the singles thing has really fit our process really well. And the fact that, again, we're a new band, we're going to be a new band for most people for a while. Like, we know that. So the singles thing has been fine. And a big thing for us, we shoot most of our music videos with a good buddy of ours named Clayton King. Phenomenal guitar player. He actually plays or tours with Nothing Nowhere, if you guys know.
Yeah.
Him too. Yeah.
DCD2. That's a Pete Wentz reference.
Is that the Will It Emo guy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Yep. Okay. I had him. I thought I got him mixed up with Into It Over It the other day. My bad. Okay. No, I know him. Yes. Shit.
Yeah. So Clayton tours playing guitar for him or has for a few years, but I think he just filled in for Amber Lynn at Furnace Fest this weekend. This dude's a maniac, but he's a really good videographer. And he just happens to be a good friend of ours to live in Austin. So we shoot most of our videos with him. So doing the singles route, like we can just give every video. We pretty much have given almost every song a video, which was kind of a goal of ours from the beginning, which is with how many songs we have, kind of difficult to do.
Yeah, right. That's a lot.
But so it fits our process, but in our hearts, we're definitely album guys. So we're able to strike a cool balance, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. And you've done other things outside of your albums. Like I know you did some collaborations with Cherry Nightcore. So you've done some Nightcore music.
Do you guys know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Cool,
I was like,
cool.
oh, I love this stuff.
Yeah,
that stuff ends up on like, playlists on YouTube a lot, like cleaning playlist. So tell me, how did that collab happen? Like, how did you get into that?
That was one from our previous band. And we just kind of just randomly met her, and ironically, like her husband has like an even bigger channel, and she almost has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. Huge fan base for that stuff. But yeah, when we started Lift the Curse, I just kept in email communication with her, and she's like pretty much has done a version of almost every single. So that also fits our process. Every song we have, I hit up like these handful of people that have usually shared our songs or done a version like that. Coolest part with her is every once in a while she'll actually upload a song of ours or her version to Spotify, and you can do this really cool like royalty share thing. We've literally made money off of the stuff that she's uploaded for us. Like it's a really cool, interesting partnership.
Oh,
it's bonkers, but
cool.
it's really badass.
What is
it?
Love that.
So yeah, Rob, do you know what it is? Like Nightcore?
Like
Nightcore?
Is it like
Dude,
is it like the lo-fi thing?
Careful with your YouTube. Once you search it, you're gonna just not see
He's right.
Use that.
But no, basically all it is like sped up or pitched up music put to like an anime visual is the best way I could describe it. So like for me, I always thought it's kind of comical because Ryan already sings really high, and it's pretty awesome because we can cover girl songs real easy. So it's like, oh cool, here's what Ryan sounds like even higher. So it's pretty interesting, but it's basically our songs sped up, sound higher, and people love the shit out of it.
I'm gonna look that up on incognito browser later.
There you go. It's nothing bad, I swear, but it's pretty popular, like Amanda said. A lot of people like it.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of Nightcore, me and my husband and my daughter, because it's anime, the anime visuals, and she's into anime like Demon Slayer and things like that.
Oh, cool.
So we get a lot of Nightcore on our YouTube algorithm. It happens.
Yeah, nice. It's one of those things. Yeah, Rob, to your point, it's like if you don't know about it, you don't know about it.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no fucking what.
Yeah,
it's the world
pretty
like,
interesting.
Yeah, I said like I didn't know Shinedown had so many. Like there would have been a time in the world where obviously I know every song on the radio. Everyone does. There was only so many. We like K-pop. You mentioned the Demon Hunter thing. Like our friend Ryan, he brought that up the other day, and I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" It's like the biggest thing in the world. Somewhere on Netflix. Like
it's all the craze right now.
Yeah, but I was talking about a different anime, Rob. There's
other
Slayer.
Demon Hunters?
It's Demon Slayer, not Demon Hunter, but that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I'll teach you.
Neither here nor there, like it's
Exactly. It's fine. But speaking of covering female songs, so your most recent single is Love is a Battlefield. Pat Benatar. What made you want to do that? I love Pat Benatar. Anyway. Yes.
So good.
What made you want to do that? Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah.
Well, honestly, like that was one that John brought to the table at first. Like I kind of revisited the song and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And so covers are weird with us. We'll go for a long time. We'll talk, I'll randomly like call him, be like, dude, you know what song we should cover? It should be this or whatever. And same thing with him. And then every once in a while we're like, okay, let's buckle down and get serious and let's do it. So obviously that was the last one. Super fun.
Super fun. And to kind of do it our own way. Like, by the way, she's so talented. And I don't know if you guys know this, but she's been playing with her husband as a guitar player for like 30 years. And they're both so badass.
They're still playing. That's incredible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But that was a fun one. Then I think the one before that we did Natalie Imbruglia's Torn. The 90s song. So check that out. Yeah, we did that one last year.
Eventually
awesome.
we'll probably do like an Avril Lavigne song. And
Ryan loves Avril, so we'll get there.
Yeah.
As one should.
Boy.
Yes. Yeah. Is there someone that you want to cover that you haven't had a chance to cover yet? I mean, besides Avril, obviously, legendary pop princess.
Yeah. Man.
Canadian royalty.
Yeah. I would say it's funny. We have we talk about them all the time. We've got a few different shared notes across with a bunch of songs, but they really have to reach this next level for us to actually do it. But I don't know. I feel like Ryan's a couple of his big ones, and I keep naming female artists, but it just makes sense right now. Avril, but also Evanescence. Amy Lee's a big one for Rye, so I feel like that could be fun. I don't know what song, but that could be pretty fun.
Oh, yes. What song? I love Snow White Queen. If you want to ever do that.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite Evanescence songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a 80s guy by any means, but like there are certain like 80s songs that I just like gravitate towards. That would be a lot of fun. Like in our last band, we covered the Outfield's Your Love.
Sick.
Yeah.
The cool one.
There's
all these 80s songs I hear.
Yeah, I think in Lift the Curse we've only done a handful. So we did Boston's Peace of Mind. If you don't know it, you heard it, you would definitely know it.
Amanda loves
That's a fun one.
Boston.
Yeah. And then we did well, who was the band? Was it Cutting Crew? But it's I died in your arms tonight. That song was really fun. We were able to like do just a more rock metal version of it. It was really fun.
Love it.
But yeah, I'm a huge 80s junkie, so like I would love to do all of the 80s songs, but
so speaking of 80s, may I suggest a band? May I suggest Genesis?
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh
Dancing in the dark.
That's Rob's favorite. Rob's favorite band is Genesis. May I suggest Phil Collins?
I was waiting for the reaction. That's Phil Collins' band,
I was
right?
going to suggest something nice, like Dance in the Dark. You guys would rip a wicked Dance in the Dark. But Amanda's over here doing some.
My gosh, Rob. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Very, very cool. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, so you have four 4-length albums. The most recent one came out in May. And then you have a 5th album. So you're in the middle of writing that one. And are you approaching this 5th one a little bit differently than your other 4? Or what are you doing differently this time that you haven't done? Or maybe are you not doing anything differently than you had the last time?
Yeah, I mean, as far as, we already talked about like kind of like the release strategy. That's definitely probably like our biggest difference. Our like predetermined. We're gonna do things a little bit different. Definitely there. I mean, musically, no, I don't think so. I think we just have we never stop writing, and even if like we just release an album, there's always gonna be like times where I like sit down, put a guitar in my hands, or with John, like we come up with an idea, and we have just so many like little short riffs or vocal ideas, whatever they might be. So we have all those. But yeah, nothing different there. It's just we have an idea, we're inspired by it, we work back and forth till it's a completed product, and then it's just this time we're kind of shelving a couple of them,
Gotcha.
in order to package them later and release them that way. And then the hard part is okay, what's going to be a single, for us. That's the hard part. But no, yeah, nothing different unless I missed something, John.
No, it's funny. Yeah, usually once one's done, we're like, fuck yeah, let's get this out. But we already have one that's done, a song called Willow that we already decided like, nope, this is gonna be an album song. So that's a little bit different. Maybe we're maturing in our 5th album age. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I feel like we're just like really hunkering down on like focusing on the songs, and it sounds crazy because we're still releasing songs a lot faster than most bands do. But for us, we've slowed down a little bit, which has helped, and it just allowed the process. Like this last video we just shot for a song Dark Angel coming out next.
Yeah.
Well, we brought in 2 of our good friends, husband and wife. They're like our actors in the video, and usually we just do like a 1 location video. This one we did 2, and it was a fucking blast. Have y'all ever heard of Pure Space by chance?
Pure Space.
I hadn't either, but it's this crazy thing where you can go on and find locations for things, like for music videos, for photo shoots. It's really cool.
It's awesome.
Nice.
It's been because for us trying to shoot so many videos, like like Ryan has a family ranch, like we shot out there so many times, like we can only get so many looks out there.
Yeah. It just looks like you did it all in one day. Yeah.
It's like, cool, you guys got a nice camera, but you're in the exact same fucking spot.
Yep.
Anyways, Pure Space has been a godsend. Like we can find all these cool locations, and being in Austin, there's a lot of places. So with our buddy Clayton who shoots, like we all find them. But we shot at this Renaissance castle cottage thing. Somebody's like really rich ass nice house has literally this crazy Renaissance, like, how would you describe it, right? It was so fun. But that was only one location from Monday of last week. But it was,
I describe it as a trip. It was
it was a blast.
trip. Yeah. No, it was really, really cool. But like the attention to detail, I was just like, I kept looking at things and I'm like, they could have just built like a wall that looked like a castle, right? And that would have done just fine. But they're not. No, they're like putting like real swords on the wall and like legit knight armor. It was insane.
Dang.
There's this stained glass with like a dragon.
Yep.
It's just it was awesome.
Actually, I just posted a picture on our Instagram of that single art, which is of our friends Cody and Marie, but they're sitting in a chair in that room, and in the top of the art you can see the dragon and stuff. You'll see a lot of it in the video, and I already posted actually behind the scenes on our YouTube, so you can see a shit ton of it. But that was a place we found on Pure Space, and then we went to Kyle, our drummer's place, he's got a little bit of land, and Ryan made we called it the Redneck Rain Machine, but he made a rain machine, so it's a rain video too.
I'll make it rain.
I'll let you describe it, Ryan, but it was genius.
Yeah, what did we do?
Yeah. How did you do
pending,
this?
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your rain machine.
The rain
machine.
Sorry, It broke up for a second.
That was awesome.
All three y'all were
just
like staring at me.
I was like, he's not frozen.
That was incredible.
Very intimidating.
No, it's so it was straight up a redneck rain machine. It was a garden hose essentially hooked up to a water supply, and then just like a couple fittings and a piece of pipe that I drilled like six really small holes in. And then we shot, basically, I zip tied it to a tree or between two trees. And then whenever we turned it on, the water would spray up, hit the trees, and then it looked like perfect rain coming down.
Yeah.
So it was so sick. We did
super
it
pumped up
one other time in our last van, but this one was just like much more efficient. And like the rain spread was like perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. And drums in the rain is the best thing on the planet.
Each hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks sick. There's this guy on the internet. He'll like drink water and then pour it all over his drums and
yeah.
Just like, you know, I'm like, I want to be a hater, but that shit looks so cool.
Looks so good.
It looks
Rob,
cool.
I think I know what you guys are talking about. I think I know what drummer you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, like come on, fun, and in the comments, people will always be bitching about it, but it's like, shut up,
it looks cool every time.
You know it's cool.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. So, anyways, that'll be on October 24th. So only a few weeks,
24th.
but we'll send it to you guys for sure.
Damn.
So sick. I'd love to hear. Yeah.
Ryan, you're pretty crafty. I've always said, like, you know, a band, you know, people think you need like a drummer, a bassist, a guitarist. What you really need in a band is you need like one guy that knows how to book shows and work the internet. You need one guy who has a car. You need one guy who can maybe talk to a girl. I've always wondered what the fourth guy is. Like, I'm like, is it like actual musician? Like, no, it can't be that. Like, guy that's crafty, like guy that can fucking make things, guy that like. Yeah, bro, like I remember back in the people like you'd always have one guy like building. I don't know. It depends on the genre. You either call them light boxes or ego risers.
Oh yeah, we used to go last minute ego boxes. So combination of the two.
It was like one buddy in one band that like we'd all be like, yo, like come through, like roll some up for you if you build us.
Yeah.
Shoot, back in the day, like in the high school years, it was, you know, we didn't have Amazon or any of that kind of stuff. So when things like broke, and I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and my band back then, we'd have like double bass pedals that would break, and I'd have to like fix them with baling wire or whatever I could find. Essentially, you know, I'd have PA speakers that would, you know, blow a horn or you know, a cable would get fried, and it's like, you know, solder it up, fix it up. So I've always been like fix it with whatever I have around me.
God, bro, those are the nightmares I have like at night. Like you guys ever get those, like, you know, like the show up to school in your underwear? Like the music equivalent of that is like you show up to a show and you're late and all your equipment stops working and like what the fuck's, and like every person you like and don't like is there and shit, like, and it's like I am cooked in all of these scenarios. I could not do any, like I'd have like fuck it, if the amp goes, like I don't know what to do, bro. Like there's a cable, it's plugged, it doesn't work. Like that is probably saves, probably will come in handy throughout the duration of the band and your life.
For sure. Oh my god, how long have y'all been doing this, by the way? This is awesome.
6 months. March.
For real?
Yeah.
Middle of March.
This y'all are pros.
Yeah.
Pros.
This will be episode like 63 or 62 or 64 or something. Actually, we run a full on. We run the Emo Kids Anonymous sweatshop over here, but it's just the two of us.
We do.
The unpaid interns from earlier. You guys won't believe this. I made them up. They're not real.
We wish they
your
were
alter
real,
egos,
but
you know.
I don't feel good about it, but I fibbed.
Yes, we both have a couple of kids who can help out if they need to. They're young.
We got 4 kids between.
Whatever.
We can. No, my kids wouldn't help me. They don't like me.
Same.
I don't know. Yeah. Speaking of though, like that nightmare dream, have you guys had any like nightmare shows yet, or bad shows yet, or anything like go just fucked up?
We've knocked out some stuff you never want to happen at shows.
Sick.
Ryan. No, like I want to get him out of the way now. Like,
right, get him out of the way.
Yes,
exactly.
Now.
Law of averages says it would happen eventually.
Yeah. Ryan, what's a couple of them? What was the rain one? It was we opened for do you guys know From Ashes to New?
Yes.
They're really cool. Kind of new school Linkin Parkish, like rap singer. There's like rapper and a singer. Great band. What happened with that one? Didn't water come down on?
Yeah, we do play with tracks live. So we play, obviously. So John plays guitar, I play guitar. We both sing, and then we have Kyle, our drummer, but our bass player, it does come from a computer. Actually, it's technically John. It's technically John. It's not a computer.
My
it's
alter
John,
ego.
But,
You're unpaid intern.
In the computer.
But then we have tracks and stuff, you know, we have like sub drops and like, you know, little cool synthy things that happen or whatever. But anyways, we were playing that show, and then for some reason out of nowhere, like the roof started leaking and there was water dropping on the laptop.
It's like, this can't be good. This is not ideal.
Yeah. So there was that one. We've had the whole, we play with in-ear monitors. So, we hear everything through these little body packs and then, the in-ear buds that go in our ears. We've had those cut out or make these weird noises before. So we've dealt with some nightmares for sure.
I've had my guitar sound not coming through those at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad I practiced a lot.
And then you got like, great, I can use the fills in front of me, and it's like, well, those haven't, they didn't sound check those at all. Like, there's nothing there. Like,
So we've had quite a few of those. Nothing like catastrophic. Like, we've never. My biggest thing is like, yes, we play with tracks, but my big thing is I always want to be able to play even if the worst of the worst happens. Like, you know what I mean? So we have some kind of fail-safe versions of our track, or at least bass that we get figured out.
I think there's a difference between like tracks in general, depending on the genre, will get a bad rap. But like, if it's done tastefully, every band you like, 99% chance they're using them.
Yep.
And it's not, as long as it's not like, like if you're like all the lead parts are coming through that things like that, that's a different story. Like I'm sure we've all seen that once or twice, but like for the most part, like you have to do it. And it's like, I don't think people realize how fucking hard it is to play to them too, because you actually like have to be completely on and just like, if your drummer isn't a metronome and you slip up, you're fucked. Or if rain starts coming down on the goddamn Mac.
Exactly.
I didn't even think of that being an option. I just
that's terrifying.
Shouldn't have happened, and it's like the venue we play it all the time. That's an amazing venue. So like it was an anomaly for sure. One thing about our situation, Kyle not officially like in the band, like it's just easier doing it the duo. Like, and Kyle's just a great friend. Kyle had his first baby, so he couldn't play shows for a little bit. So we enlisted another buddy through a friend of a friend that crushed it. But that's one thing we have to deal with, not having an official drummer, you know what I mean? Like Kyle plays 99% of the shows, but for that time, it's like, okay, we had this guy named Kevin Abinante that's fucking awesome too, but we got to learn to play with somebody else, trust somebody else, that whole thing. So a little bit different, just something unique that we have to deal with.
Slightly different feelings sometimes, depending on the, it's like it's slightly just delaying you as a musician. You have to like, okay, I'm used to this now. Yeah. That's drummers though, I think in general, just drummers.
Yeah, for sure.
We talk about all the time. Drummers are
we do.
A lot more like your old throuple situation, a little more poly than most. Most drummers aren't really nailed down to one band.
Man,
yeah.
Yeah.
My entire adult life, I don't think I ever played in a band where the drummer was the official member, because the same thing. They didn't want to make that relationship status on Facebook change kind of thing.
Yeah,
they do not.
I respect that.
Yeah, right. I get it.
So do both y'all play too?
No, I do not. No. I wish.
No, I played in the bubblegum world. I was a pop rocker, indie rocker, like a Weezer boy. Yeah, here in LA. But LA is Southern California is a very. That's why for a second when you said San Diego, I was like, because San Diego is this weird thing where it was like there's only like for the longest time there's only 3 scenes really. There was like the pop punk scene, the like heavier metalcore metal scene, and then like the indie rock. So I was like, fuck, like swear to God, everyone switched from like we all stopped playing in pop punk bands and everyone joined either an indie band or they started playing heavier. And I was like, oh, this fucking checks out, John. Okay, I get it now. Maybe I've seen you before. No. You guys mentioned being album guys. Serious question here. Collectively, what would you say is the Mount Rushmore of the 4 albums that define the 2 of you collectively?
Ooh. That's a nice question, Rob. I think I know.
Mount Rushmore.
So I guess you both get 2 here, huh? If you want to be 50-50 on it. Yeah.
And fair,
collectively, that makes,
So I would say Black Album, probably Metallica.
Yeah, we agree on that one. I know a lot of like hardcore Metallica fans. Some are like everything before that is the best.
That's when they sold out. That's when they went pop, brother. Yeah.
I love all eras of Metallica, but truly my favorite albums are probably Black Album and actually Reload, which is when they already cut their hair. So it's like there's some really good songs on there, so everyone can fuck off. Like there's some great songs. So yeah, I would say Black Album, Metallica.
I'm thinking really hard over here. I feel like I'm going to make like a huge mistake and offend you, John.
Actually, wait. I have another one that we'll agree on. Again, it was my 2 gateway bands, but I know we agree on Ozzy's No More Tears album.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's 2 of them. And then how about this route? We can each have one now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably a good idea. Yeah, for me, probably it's tough because the first 2 Fuel albums were just pivotal for me. Fuel's
Yeah.
the Sunburn album or the Something Like Human album, both fantastic. I'd probably say Sunburn because it came first, and it was like
Okay.
definitely like it was all their albums. It was repeat. It
Yeah.
was, we talk about being like album people. It was start to finish, and when I'd get to the end, I would just start it back over again, and just
That's right.
I could hear like the songs like a single on the radio. In my mind, whenever that song would end on the radio, I would expect like the next song from the album. That's how into the album I was. But yeah, John, what is yours?
I was gonna keep it old. I love a lot of 80s music, love Van Halen, love tons of other bands like that. But there's an album and a band I've listened to more this year than I've listened to any band ever, I think. I'm a huge Ghost fan. Have you ever heard of Ghost?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
This is their newest one called Skeleton. I have a bunch of their vinyls right here, but the coolest like freaking artwork on the planet. But I just saw them live and it was a no phone show, which was the coolest fucking thing.
Did they make you put it in the bags?
The Yonder bag, I think they call it.
Yeah.
It was. I almost like didn't. This is so dumb, but like I almost like didn't want to go because of that. I was just like skeptical, but like so I bought tickets like kind of last minute. My girlfriend and I went. It was favorite show ever. I cried like 3 times. It was fucking incredible. But the people focus on the music the whole time. Like people are pretty hardcore about that band anyways, but people not being on their phone, the band was like a really comfortable volume. Like I usually wear some earplugs, like just to be safe, whatever. Didn't need them. Band was like a great volume. The crowd was so fucking loud though. It was insane. Like it was really cool. But yeah, I would say that album by Ghost, I just literally play on repeat like every day.
I love that.
Yeah, they're just like such a cool blend of people see what they look like and they think they're just some like hardcore black metal band, like blast beats and all this crazy stuff. And then they really sound like Ryan, I showed you them not that long ago. And you're like, oh, this is what they sound like? It's more like it's kind of like 80s pop.
I thought the same thing. And I heard like the Mariana Crossfire. I'm like,
dude, that one
is the most bubblegum metal. Like this right down my like this
is.
Yes.
Yeah, like this
dude, it's so catchy.
It's exactly what I said, where it's like a lot of it to me is like centered around like the riff or this or that. Like that's that boy is doing like Swedish pop music, bro.
Yes,
yeah. And it makes sense to his last 2 albums. He's been working with like a Swedish pop producer, which makes all the sense. You know?
That makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, 100%.
I have one question before we wrap up here. It's really important to me, you guys. Lift the curse. Do you guys are you guys all talk, or do you have any experience lifting curses actually? Because I'm a victim of a curse right now. As you see, San Diego sports fan. The Chargers. We've been getting a lot of injuries.
Dude,
my Padres. You know, I've never seen any of my teams win a championship. Could you maybe talk to whoever is in charge of curses? If
we're on it,
I
know you guys can't personally lift it, but I know you know the people that can probably.
We'll put in a good word.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you,
dude.
I was trying to hold that in, but I couldn't go the whole time without asking. I just you see Santa at the airport, you have to fucking ask him. You know,
absolutely, absolutely.
Consider it lifted, man.
I'm asking all my friends.
Hey, I'm pulling out for the Chargers. I'm a big Niner fan, so I don't really have like AFC allegiance.
Right? Yeah,
I want the Chargers to be like. I want Herbert to finally do his thing. Like,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Me too. Me too. I took a train 3 hours both ways yesterday to take my son to the game.
Are you serious?
Yes, and then we got our asses, and because I was going to sell my tickets this weekend. And my guy, he's like, I'm going to get you on the field. You can come on the field. It'll be, I was like, I'll take Benji. I took him. He hates football. Maybe he'll like this, that. And we got our ass kicked so bad. The game was over by like the middle of the 4th quarter. I'm like, I want to leave. I can't even leave right now. If I left right now, I could get an Uber. That's not $300 if I left right now, but I gotta stay. I gotta go to the field. Like, so thank you. Hopefully from now on it goes good.
Rob, how far are you from where they play? Because obviously you're in LA and they're in LA now.
I live in Woodland Hills. I'm in the very, very tippy top corner of LA. So yeah, it's like it's a gnarly. Yeah, it's in Inglewood, but everything here is way longer than it needs to be.
For sure.
Yes, it is.
We'll put in a good word with the old curse gods.
Curse gods.
That takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. Thank you.
Yeah, my gosh. Well, I guess before we wrap up here, 5th album you guys are working on right now. Do we have? And then the Dark Angel comes out October 24th, right? That's a single. Mm-hmm. So what? And when do we expect the 5th album? Do we have a kind of a tentative date, time frame?
It's a great question. We're thinking probably March, April-ish, something like that.
Okay.
Which
sweet.
Actually, we gotta have a working title too. Ryan, what is it again? I keep forgetting we had something we like came up with months ago.
That is going back, Amanda, going back to one of your questions. What's different about this album? Usually we get to the like an album and we're like, what are we going to call it? And this time I told John, I was like, let's work backwards. Let's work from something. So right now, Frontrunners, Into Existence.
Sick.
Into Existence.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Into Existence,
Okay.
Live the Curse, 5th album.
Yeah.
Fucking 16th.
Let's do it. Yes.
He just spoke it into
Come on,
existence.
Here we
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, into existence, and thus it is. Yeah.
Love
Well,
it.
we'll definitely have to have you guys back on the show the closer you get to
Yeah.
your album release, so we can talk
love
about
it.
the new music. Yeah, that would be exciting. And in the meantime, if you guys want to do like a Christmas cover, you know, Christmas is coming up. I always love a good rock Christmas cover.
We usually do a Christmas song of
Awesome.
some sort, actually. So
Beautiful.
that's definitely
Awesome.
in the cards.
I love it. Very good. All
Sick.
right. Well, for anyone who wants to check you guys out, check out your socials. Where can they find you guys at?
Lift the Curse, pretty much everywhere. All the socials, all the video for almost every song on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all the stuff. Wherever you listen, we should be there. If we're not, please let us know. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll get right on it.
Deezer, yeah.
Yeah. We should be on all those. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. That was a blast.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Thank you guys so
Yep.
much.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out, you did.